Moon-stricken, animal in need, bad seed, untamable.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's Ape here again. Yep, like and subscribe. I'm gonna jump right into it like normal. And yep, so someone online requested for me to post a video talking about what loadouts I use and what different parts that I use them at. So yeah, a couple different people asked me, so I thought I would make a video about it. Alright, right into it. So first loadout I got here is for Iron Horse 4th boss. It's a skill build. I use this when I'm running a healer method with no healer, and I just use skill build with BTSU to reproc the hives. And yeah, it's you know, it's just a 4-piece hardwire. I think there's some improvements on it, but I think it works just fine. I just feel really safe with this. And yep, the stinger hive I think here is going to be very useful. I'm actually starting to run stinger hive on some of my DPS classes too. The reason why is because I feel safer sweeping the ads, because I pre-throw the stinger and it makes the ads not aggro me, and then shortly after they get hit with the bleed and they dance a little bit, and then they do a couple other animations, which other skills won't really have that effect. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I think that that's the main reason I actually use the stinger hive, is just for that sweep, to be safe. And obviously the turret here is going to do a lot of prep on the boss and whatnot, but here's what I'm using here. I'm running tamper proof to set my skills in front of the door and whatnot. Take a quick look at all the pieces real quick. You can pause it on screen if you want. Main thing here I'm running is demo. This way I can where is it? Go ahead and show it on screen here. Ignore explosions, can trigger once every 60 seconds. Main thing in there. And honestly, I would like to switch my guns, maybe run like a Lady Death in there, because I'm constantly moving, avoiding mortars. I'm not really in cover, which is kind of why I'm not using the stay in cover for 10 seconds talent. I have thought about switching to that though, because my hive and turret aggro so much, but yeah, I would like to get off the Ravenous maybe, but you know, it's actually really useful anyways, because maybe I can help stagger if something's going wrong. I'm going to move on to the next build here though. I don't think there's too much to really say about too much of these builds, just go over them quickly. Healer Rocket, here's a unique build. I would consider this to be a hybrid build. I don't feel like a lot of healers can kill the rocket guy. If your healer can somehow kill the rocket guy, I think that's really really good. I do have skill haste plugged into my mods. I think I'm going to switch that back to skill healing. I'm not 100% sure though, because I think you're still going to get like full heal in like 2 ticks anyways, so with either method, so it's pretty much going to be 2 ticks. Yep, so my future, I have everything rolled to skill damage. Nothing is rolled to healing on my healer. I think this heal works just fine as far as like how much it's healing. It's pretty much 2 ticks. You know, I think even if you have all this rolled to healing, I think it actually might still be 2 ticks. I think they end up being like 80%. I don't know. You could probably heal people in 1 tick though, I'm sure. But yep. For this one, I added a little more damage to this one with like the combined arms, because it is kind of priority that, you know, I have to make sure I kill that rocket guy by a certain time. So that's why I kind of forced a little extra damage here, you know, instead of running like future backpack. As well with Nemesis, you know, so I can get, you know, a shot off there. Excuse me. Um, I was maybe looking for like an Overlord chest piece with maybe Vigilance maybe to go with the M1. So I do feel like I'm doing okay damage with this too. Yeah, but not too much in here. Oh yeah, some of this stuff I haven't even rolled because, you know, saving a little material seemed to be high enough. It gets the job done, so. And then, yeah, I don't think there's much to really... Oh, and again, I'm always running demo. You know, ignore explosions is so useful on 4th boss there. You know, you may be able to even run the same kind of setup in maybe DUA, Legendary Mission. Kind of the same idea, give your whole team skill damage. Lots of people run that. Maybe even, yeah. Instead of, you know, basically just this would be a striker drone, just switch it to your healer hive. Alright, moving on here. Keys, so my key tank, first thing here is, I guess I'll just jump into the specialist first of all. Actually go inside here. So the first thing is going to be when, you know, before I actually even talk about any of this stuff, when the heavies are spawning, the key tank, like, okay, the key tank for the 4th boss, he, you know, he doesn't have any DPS. He's got all armor. He's, you know, he's got 2 million armor. You know, he needs people to kill the heavy, and you know sometimes that's an issue. So if he could actually kill the heavy, that's where like there's a lot of pressure off of them DPS guys. So him having a crossbow and just crossbowing the heavy and making him break and be one shot and immediately health gets taken out of him, and he can basically kill him himself, or someone else can put like 1 bullet into him and he dies. That is really useful. I don't do it to like the first 3 heavies. I do it to the 3 heavies afterwards. And yep, I'm gonna just move on from there. And group members here, they're gonna get bonus to status affected targets. Now, man, there's so many people running tamper proof, so this is actually pretty big. You know, if people aren't running tamper proof, this fire grenade right here, I can't even describe, man. I love this fire grenade in all sorts of content. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's going to status affect people, and it's going to, you know, make them yeah, it's just gonna, it's gonna, you know, I was thinking about something there, and I know what I was thinking about as well. The fire grenade as well, when you're coming out of the tunnel for the sweep, if I think someone's struggling on one side, or maybe there's a healer on one side and there's like one less person doing DPS on the sweep, you know, I'll just go through and make sure like I toss a fire grenade. I'm like basically just killing the ads with the fire grenade during the sweep phase. No, I think that's gonna be about it here. Yep, I'm gonna be moving on from here. A little protection against elites. You know, I actually did just end up switching to the blue mod slotted gear. I was running a little different build before, but I just got a little more out of this, so I ended up doing it. Yep, so here I'm running a shotgun, and I'm running a Ravenous in case I need to be backup stagger. And this is pretty good to help melt the heavies as well, if something, you know, the first 3 heavies. The shotgun here, excuse me. The shotgun here, I'm using this because it's got a good amount of ammo in it, 20 shots. I was testing strained on it, but anyways, it's got the 20 shots on it, and I'm using opportunistic, so as a key tank, I'm just constantly tagging like everything I can see in sight with opportunistic, just putting extra damage on them, you know. I always have my key tank running tardigrade. That way, if there's any danger on the stagger, he can just use his shield, pop Vanguard, and everyone's still safe. He doesn't have to call it out to me to actually pop the Vanguard for him. And here's a peek of the gear on screen. You know, I don't really think there's too much to really say about the build. I'm just gonna move on, and you know, if I think of any comments, I'll let you guys know. You know, when you are running tardigrade though as well, I actually just thought of one. Yeah, when you are running tardigrade, like I have Mirakamis for instance, Emperor's Guard. You know, to get that armor regen. If you are running tardigrade, then you can't get 3 regen, so 2 regen is going to be best here. So you could actually get an extra mod from not wearing Emperor's Guard. So that's something to look into. Like here, I get an extra 9 skill haste. I'm actually working on some crazy hybrids right now. And I'm maybe making some hybrids where I'm actually utilizing those that extra attribute on like each piece a little bit more. Yep. So gonna move on from here. Oh, you know, and as well, I got the protections from elites in there. So I got, you know, nice little protection against elite going. Okay, we're gonna move on next here. Don't want this video to be too long. So next in line is just going to be the stagger here. Basically the same build. The only thing is I have Emperor's Guard on here. And I'm going to be going for the 3% regeneration. Going to be running the same pieces here. And I just switched up for the Vanguard. And I got Vanguard on the stagger. That way, you know, if, like I said earlier, if I miss the stagger, you know, no one's perfect, so I can just hit my shield and give everyone armor so they're safe. Yep. Yeah, I don't really think I need explosive resistance like on this piece, so I was thinking about maybe utilizing that extra attribute, maybe, and, you know, making something fun and creative, because as you can see, you know, I'm not using Foundry, you know, which reminds me, I'm actually going to make one more comment about keys. You know, you could actually run a 4-piece Foundry on keys. I think if you're going to run a 4-piece Foundry on keys is going to be the best spot you can run it, and the reason why is because when you're putting the key in the generator near the last phases, the green lasers and are just pegging you. So at that point, that's when you're going to get value out of the Foundry set. And yep, like I was saying on stagger, I'm also using opportunistic there. I thought about a couple other things, like I ran galvanize and I was giving people armor with, you know, Vanguard and galvanize, and I was, instead of a hive, I was either ensnaring or confusing. I'm also still using the crossbow here just in case my key guy isn't getting the job done. You know, I can do it. I can be all in one. You know, you can do a lot, or maybe he doesn't have ammo. So next I'm going to go to the next one. I actually have 3 tanks in a row. I just made this one, so this is going to be for third boss and third boss Iron Horse. And so really quickly, there's 2 methods to skipping fire when you're on diagnostics. I would say that there's 2 methods. I don't know if other people consider it to be 2 methods, but quickly show gear here on screen. If you want to pause it, go ahead. So I think that the way I originally did it, I think, was like the old school way. Okay, and what I do is I just have my teams, like when we know it's going to be fire, I just have them spread out ahead of time and just go to a valve. There's only 4 valves, so I just need, you know, a couple players to go to a valve and be there before the fire even pops up, and then that way, you know, boom, one of those 4 people get it, and that's how we skipped fire during the early phases. And I mean, shortly after, I knew right away that, you know, you could skip fire with a hazard build. Pretty sure you do need the hazard here. So I'm going to be running demo so I can get that 25% burn resistance easier. Because if you have the 100 hazard, you can press the button in the fire and people don't actually have to go for the valve. So, yep, that's why I got the demo for the 20 fire resistance. Okay, and then I got the Y'all gear holster for the 20% hazard. If you're going to switch yaw gear, I think the other best in slot place is going to be the holster. I'm actually wearing Gila here, but this should actually be Gila, and this should actually be Emperor's Guard. I gain an extra armor regeneration here. I actually messed up and I haven't transferred the gear yet. This right here is a really important piece. This is a sniper turret. I always set this on the top rail at diagnostics, and as well, I'm not running a shield, so that's why I have on tardigrade. Sometimes too, I think it's a little hard to pop this. Well, I don't know. I don't like popping the shield during those phases. I'm either doing the Pac-Mans or I'm doing the diagnostics or whatever. So I do like having a reviver hive, and I took my second as the sniper turret there. I've been running opportunistic just because I feel like other people don't run it, so maybe there is some other options besides opportunistic, but I don't think it gets out enough, and it's really good. You know, on third boss 2, your team seems to be really clumped in together, so the shooters are actually mostly hitting the same target, so you should be getting that whole like 70% amped from all players. So something to throw out there. So I think, you know, I think that's going to be about it here. I may be forgetting a thing or two in some of these builds, but I think you all mostly get the point. I'm sure some of you just wanted to see, you know, what I was wearing anyways and what I had saved. This right here, I actually, man, I had never really used a healer. I never get in that position. Someone always usually has it, but I have, you know, maybe this should be crossbow. Not 100% sure. I think I was going to try going 5 yellow or something like that, but this build is in case someone ever needs me to do control room on second boss. I would go up to control room and be able to do control room by myself and whatnot. I was testing skills. You could go chem launcher or you know, whichever you prefer. I definitely like the hive though for the group things. I usually always have the hive. And yeah, I'm thinking chem launcher here. And of course BTSU. Give a quick glance here on this one. I'm running repair skill on everything. For the second boss, I feel like when you're up in that control room, which I actually haven't even done that often, I just got this in case, you know, hopefully I can get put in that position to get more experience there. But I'm pretty sure when you're up there, I've actually never done it, to be honest. I'm always in one of the other 7 positions out of all the ones that I've done. So I'm pretty sure that when you are up there though, you're going to be taking damage constantly, if I'm to understand. So in that scenario, I'm pretty sure safeguard isn't going to help you. So I just have safeguard here because it's kind of universal. And if I am right about that, if you are prioritizing this for second boss, you could switch something out there for safeguard instead and actually utilize it or whatever. The same thing's going to go here for your chest. I don't think that they're actually going to be getting this buff because you're constantly going to be taking damage, and it's going to be like off on type thing. So maybe what you're going to do is actually switch your chest piece to your backpack here, and then run a different talent of your choosing. There's a few different options. I'll let you decide what you want to run there. I really hadn't decided on my weapons yet. Like I said, I'm not really shooting anything in the control room, so this is just a copied over loadout. You can kind of put your favorite weapon there as well. I see, for some reason, I see lots of healers running Sweet Dreams. I guess I'll throw that in there, you know, that way they can, you know, hit a purple, punch a purple or whatever. Yep, I think this is covered, and you know, BTSU to reset hives and whatnot too, in case you didn't know, for your team. That way they can get their hives back. Let's go ahead and move on from there. Free. Oh, you know, I actually just made this. I'm enjoying this build. I might make its own video. Oh, you know, I actually do have a video about this, but I might make even another video about it. One thing I hate is the shield health on this, man. Oh, I hate this shield. I don't like it at all. It's almost useless, I feel like, but sometimes maybe it is just enough. I don't know. Anyways, though, the number one thing here is going to be versatile. Now this has 100% uptime because you're just switching it, so it's gonna be a shotgun and SMG build. I'm actually running Lady Death on this. I'm actually running both. I'm testing. Lady Death, you know, you're getting 1.6 million crits sometimes, so that's pretty cool. This right here, I mean, it's gonna be so sick because you got this 75 amp damage. You got another 35 here, another 35 amp damage here. That's what, 35 and 35. That's 70 amp damage. 70 and 75 is what's that? 70. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be 145 amp damage. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Yep. So that's gonna be 145 amp damage just from these 3 items, which is insane. 145 amp damage, and then, you know, from here as well, you're gonna get damage to targets out of cover, more multiplicative. You know, you got damage to armor here. What'd I say, out of cover? I'm sorry, I meant damage to armor. You know, you got 8 there, and then, you know, I got 6 here, so, you know, that's 14 damage to armor, which is just more multiplicative damage, just multiplying. And then again here you have Fox Prayers for 8 more damage to targets out of cover, which again is multiplicative as well. So yep, to add there, you know, I'm running 181 crit hit damage, and I also do have the 10 SMG on here. What to add? You know, I also am running the coyotes here as well. I don't really think there's too much you would really be able to change. You could get... Yeah, so I guess I'm the one responsible here for proccing this first talent if like there is coyotes in the group. If there is another coyotes in the group, right, what you could do is, if you had a God Roll Grupo mask, you could wear a Grupo mask right here, right? And then you could put on a improvised holster in title update 11. What this is going to do is going to add generic mod slots, so you'll be able to put a red mod slot in there. And if you did have a good holster, I think this would be best in slot, because you could get the 15 weapon, like 6 crit chance, 12 critical hit damage, and then you could also in the next patch be able to put another crit hit damage mod into the mod as well. So that's also going to be interesting. I'm already hitting for just like base body shots, no headshots, just normal crits. I think I'm hitting for like 1.2 million a crit, which is pretty insane. And I mean, this has 100% uptime, but you know, it's not always Lady Death or whatever SMG you're using. This shotgun is really well, you know, works really good as well too. And when you are using this one, you know, you got even more damage to targets out of cover. When I'm hitting the ads with this, there's 4 pellets that hit, and I'm hitting for about 900k each. So, and you know, with the high crit chance, I am almost always critting on like 3 of the pellets. So yeah, each shot, you know, it's going to be like 3 million or more, or a little less, give or take sometimes, depending on how the crits go. So, you know, I'm shooting with this for 5 seconds, shooting with this for 5 seconds, shooting with this for 5 seconds, because of the versatile. Because of the versatile here. Making all these videos, I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you wanted to also take it to the next level, maybe you could throw in a Dodge City holster here or something like that, and switch mask, especially if someone is already running coyotes. You could either run this pistol here or something like this, you know, one of the strong, you know, or maybe the, what specialist am I running? Okay, so I'm running demo. I usually run this on 4th boss, that way, you know, I don't get naded, you know, just for the ignore explosions. But you could oh dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what was I just talking about. 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here. Oh yeah, Dodge City holster. Yeah, you could run the special gun, this one. You know, where is that thing? I think it's right here. Oh yeah, it's, you know, it's even got Optimus on it. You can, you know, leave this thing with 1 bullet left if you really wanted to maximize that 1-shot damage. You know, 1-shot stuff. So I think, you know, maybe that's gonna be, oh, you know, as well too, obviously as well, you could also run like a vector or something like that. I think the tactical SBR 9mm, you're gonna get your highest burst damage from that. And if you're running that, then maybe you could run like Liberty or Regulus if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, like pump damage. And that would be, you know, obviously that would be with you know, like a Grupo mask in Dodge City, kind of like this. So just a couple switching. By the way, I'm not doing anything to get armor here for this. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that's giving me this armor. I usually run this on 4th boss, and people, you know, my tank, my stagger guy is always proccing me Vanguard, you know, and I have this almost all the time, all but 5 seconds, which is no issue. You know, is 2 other options, like say you're playing solo. Sharpshooter over here is going to give you extra armor gained while in cover, which is, you know, all you got to do is lean in cover and you got that extra blue armor, which will proc the talent on your chest that I forgot its name. Oh goodness, I have to go look. Intimidate, right? Yep, it's going to be Intimidate. Let me switch back here. And there's I think it's Gunner, is it? This right here, killing enemies grants 10% armor. This will give you it after you get a kill, which is also interesting. You know, I also did see a couple people who were talking about killing enemies grants armor builds and how they wanted to run that. Yep. I think maybe that's good here for this build. Oh, of course I'm wearing a shield. Actually this revive hive I use as a stinger hive, not a revive hive. I just haven't saved it. And the reason I'm running a stinger hive here is because when I'm coming out of the tunnel, I think I mentioned this before with fire grenades or something like that, or maybe my first skill build where I was using the stinger hive. But when I come out of the tunnel, I don't come out of my tunnel and turn on them with the shield. I throw my stinger hive far so they start getting hit, and this way what this does is it makes it so they don't shoot me at all. I'm safer. I do take cover at one point, but then afterwards they kind of dance around, and after I do throw my stinger hive, I'm just basically chasing them around with my guns at that point, and they're not attacking me. I don't think it works with other, so yeah. Oops. You know, I think for that though, I think that's just about it. I seem to have a lot to say about this build. It's new, so I thought I would add some extra info on it. Let's see what's next. This is just my. Oh wait, did I cover this one already? Oh no. This is my. Oh, wait, let me double check something real quick. What is that? Oh yeah. So all this is just Oh, is that it right there? No. Oh, you know, this, okay, this is just I didn't see it said free. This is a free space. This is just a duplicate. So next to Seekers here, I already made a video kind of talking about Seekers, and I'm pretty sure you guys know the gist of Seekers and whatnot. So I'm kind of gonna skip this. I'm not gonna get into it because I think you all already know. You know, maybe I could like show stuff real quick, but this is just really standard gear. Yeah. So yeah, the only thing I am gonna say here is Stinger Hive, Chem Launcher, and Shield is the only 3 skills that will make it so you can bring your Seekers back every 10 seconds. If you try to use another skill, there's gonna be some extra seconds added on to, you know, you needing to destroy that skill, wait for that cooldown, and whatnot. You know, each skill has, you know, and you're going to be doing this in the middle, so it kind of interferes with the internal cooldown of short circuit, so you're not going to be able to actually drop the Seekers every 10 seconds like you would with a Hive or a Shield or a Chem Launcher. So that's, and as well too, spawn killing. I love spawn killing with Stinger Hives, and it makes it so ads can't approach me and I feel safe. I'm not going to talk about any of the gear in there, but I am going to say a really good note about the specialization that I don't think meets the eye. So, first of all, this might be a little bit off topic, but as far as farming goes, I wouldn't consider like legendary missions to be the best place to farm for the best gear. I would think that the best place you could farm for the best gear is going to be like challenging and heroic. Those will probably be the most efficient places that's how I would do it if I was trying to force something out of the game. I think that's where you're going to get the best gear. You're going to get more gear over time. Your time is going to be more type ordeal. It's just more high ends per hour that you're going to be getting. Now, that being said, when you're lowering the difficulty and things are easier to kill, you're going to get more value out of certain things, which might seem weird, but like when I'm playing a legendary mission, I will run like something like Glass Cannon to get more damage because a chest piece like Skilled loses value. Okay, so if you're running like challenging, maybe you could still run something like Skilled. Okay, so the weaker difficulty you're going to get, the more value Skilled or something like that's actually going to have. But anyways, the whole point to this is mostly I'm farming heroics doing this, doing really fast heroics to force the items. So here's the thing, as far as the main thing I'm attacking with here, it's actually my grenade launcher. This build has, I feel like it does have a lot to it. Yeah, it's just a Seeker Hive build or whatever, but to me it's like a grenade launcher build because Seekers make it rain the specialization ammo, and when I'm sitting and I'm farming a heroic mission over and over, just farming Providence for hours, when these Seekers right here killing multiple enemies, explosion adds 2 to your group, animal bar, etc, you see it on screen, it's making specialist ammo range so bad that when I restart the mission after killing it and I go through it, there's still just special ammo laying everywhere. So the whole time that I'm dropping these seekers and spawn killing them with hives and getting them stuck indoors with the hives, I'm basically jamming the barrel of this grenade launcher in the door and just spawn killing everything. This, for example, is the reason why I think that like Seeker Hive is far superior to like Drone Turret. I don't think Drone Turret could do that. Maybe it could. I'm not sure. I think Drone Turret has an edge, like maybe the higher difficulty you go, maybe towards like Legendary, but weaker content like Heroic or Challenging, definitely Seekers. But just the whole other aspect of how the grenade launcher specialization is kind of, I feel like it's overlooked a little bit. But yep, these two things right here, and yep, and you know, I don't think there's much else to say there. I think I got that point across. Let's move on. This video is 35 minutes long, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Tamper proof, I usually run this the most on second boss when I'm clearing ads. I like to just put a stinger hive at a door, and then I just like to put my assault turret at a door, and they're just tamper proofing. And here I got L86. I was experimenting with this. I used to use Bullet King. I still love the Bullet King, but I'm having fun with the L86. It's got the highest burst damage for LMGs, and I'm combinationing it with a boomerang. On screen here you can see the stats on my stuff, and this is going to give me enough crit chance. I'm sorry, this is going to give me, what does this give me? Let's see, 60 crit chance. Okay. You know, I don't really think, you know, strained, of course. I do think you got to go strained. That's a mention. Demo. Maybe I'm running demo here because maybe once in a while I use this on fourth boss, or maybe I was at first. I don't really use this for fourth boss anymore. I'm probably looking at skill build for fourth boss. I don't think there's really much else to say here. If you are running a Reviver Hive, set your turret at the door further from you, or even if you're not even running a turret. If you're running tamper proof and a revive hive though, I would highly recommend setting your revive hive on the ground and actually utilizing the revive hive's tamper proofing. Kind of just hang out in your circle, and if you're gonna leave, just pick up your hive and, you know, take it with you. Okay, DUA here. This is gonna be my legendary, my lazy legendary build, and what I mean by lazy is tech support instead of like combined arms. I'm just going to kind of sit back and let my turrets and drones kill everything type ordeal. Nothing special about this build. It's just, you know, it gets the job done. There's a bunch of different ways you can run this, and then I'm gonna go with in sync here. I actually want to use Harmony here because this is my lazy version. The non-lazy version maybe would be with the other gun if you're actually constantly shooting, but the lazy version I'm kind of just rarely shooting. I'm not shooting my gun, I'm being lazy. Maybe multitasking or something, compared to, you know, a version with combined arms where I'm like spamming. Sweet dreams, you know what's up, melee and enemies. And the main thing here is, yo, them legendary missions, when people wipe, they're gonna wipe in rooms with the heavies. You know, if you can crossbow a heavy and just knock that heavy, you're saving everybody. I feel like not enough people are crossbowing heavies. And as well here, armor kits, you're always so close to people in legendaries. I also run a lot. There's no one running healers. Everyone's running like damage skill builds, turrets, and stuff like this. You know, you're close together and you're just healing your team as well is also really good. These fire grenades are so freaking OP. They're so OP. Not to mention that when you clear the first phase of a room, when you clear the first part of a room and you're going on to the next part, switch your build, switch back, you get 8 fire grenades back, 8 fire grenades back, 8 fire grenades back, and you're just setting everything on fire, spawn killing everything. Okay, that's how I'd recommend that, especially if you don't need the crossbow. If you know where the heavies are at, you know, make sure you have fire grenades for this part, crossbow for this part. That'll really keep you moving. And again here, group members are going to get 10% bonus. Moving on. See what we got here. In my last build demo, so I ignore explosions. So here's the thing. This version, this is going to be my role is to give my team this 25 crit hit chance from the mask. That is my job when I'm doing this. If I'm playing solo, I'm still making sure my job is to get that 25 crit hit chance and to stay 25 meters from the ads. That is my job, to give my crit chance to my team like that. Now, I could run Providence Mask here if someone else already has that role. If I assign someone else that role, I could get, you know, more crit hit damage by putting on my my Providence Mask. So it would look like this. Okay. So with the Providence Mask, I got 35 crit chance. Okay, I'm gonna be giving myself 25. That's gonna put me barely over 60. And then when I'm wearing this, you know what, I have 30, I should have less. Something's wrong. Too much crit chance for some reason. Oh, you know what it is? It's gonna be boomerang. I'm sorry, it's gonna be your weapon. You can also change this to, instead of crit chance here, you can put crit hit damage. You know, I also think there's is that, let me see something really quick. Isn't there a 10 mod? Or no, that's for I think that's for something else. Oops, let me go in and check something real quick. Isn't there a 10 crit hit damage for, you know, that's for like a muzzle or something for fire or whatever. But yeah, so you could put this to the crit hit damage, and that's gonna get you at 25 crit chance, which is gonna be much better. And oh, I'm sorry, and what did that have me at as well? That has me at 180, almost 186 crit hit damage, and that's going to be with the damage to armor and damage out of targets to cover where it's supposed to be, glass cannon and the vigilance. Oh, and as well, I don't remember if I mentioned, but I am stacking the headshot damage at the 130 as well. Anyways, oh, I'm sorry, and I don't even have a mod in here, so that's actually going to be 12 crit hit damage off. So that's going to be 197, 198 almost. But yeah, I have 25 chance here, and now the only reason that you're going to want like around 25 chance is because the only reason you even have this Providence Mask on is because you have already assigned somebody the role that you were doing. So this coyote mask is going to be priority here. You're wearing this unless you assign somebody this role, right? And then under that scenario, you're just going to put this on, and then your 25 crit chance, they're always going to be giving you 25 more, so that's 50. Now, usually when I assign someone that 25 crit chance, it's because I also have other people in the game running coyotes, which means I would be getting all 3 of the buffs, so I would also be getting the other 10 crit chance from the middle one, because I have 3 teammates who are running coyote, which is going to put me at barely above 60 crit chance. And that's also going to be with the damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover, and no other spot to get crit hit damage. I was running boomerang. I also have like a what is it? I got the lucky shot perfect triple god roll. You know, I think if you do have a trip, I think maybe it's going to depend on what your rolls, what you're going to want to go over with, and kind of what you're doing, if you're going to want to run boomerang or not. For me, honestly, since I'm always staying 25 meters away from people, I actually used to use double boomerangs on both mine, but I decided I wanted to switch one of mine over to Ranger. I think it's definitely worth it, and really strong if you're constantly staying 25 meters away from your target. I think we might be done. Let me see. I'm freaking yeah, I am running decoy here too. Decoy is really strong for a while, especially if you are on like 4th boss or whatever you're doing. Maybe you want to drop a key decoy, stop getting harassed, you know, old-fashioned revive or hive. Sometimes I'll make builds and not tweak the skills I'm running on them, but this is what I was running. I was running this for 4th boss, but I also run this for like you know, 1st boss too as well. And you know, you could just take this and switch it to a turret because someone's going to overcharge it, and then you could take this, put a stinger hive or whatever you want to run on that, maybe an attack drone or something like that, because they're going to overcharge, and then you can, you know, be having all this crazy DPS along with you know, your skills getting overcharged to really put a big hit on them. I think that's it here. Let me see. Yeah, that's it, yo. Oh man, 47 minutes, yo. I'm sorry if y'all end up watching this video to the end. Yo, I hope you liked these builds. This is what I run. These builds keep me safe. Man, there's all the times. Sometimes I'll be 5-man in 4th boss, 5-man in Razorback, 5-man in whatever, you know. And I'm not even talking carries. I'm talking about people disconnecting and dropping. And these are the spots you're going to want to be at. Yep. Hey, comment down below. Like and subscribe. If you don't got me already, man, this is a new channel. And I figure I might as well take another minute here to... It's already this long. But yeah, it's a new channel. Yeah, I just really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. And... yeah, hit me up. Stay safe out there. It's crazy, I know. It's your boy Ape.